let's go to my home state, New Jersey. Dr. Kevin, tell us where you are and what you're looking for and why you're looking for an associate.
Woohoo! Yeah, I'm Kevin Mosmen. I've got a private practice too, actually. I got a private practice in Brick, New Jersey, and I just opened a satellite office in Hamilton over by Paul's place. That was kind of like somebody had walked away from a satellite office back in January of 2020, and they walked away from 3 operatories and just literally said goodbye. And I found it, I think in April or so. So I just started that. Our practice is a general practice. My residency program was a focus after doing a GPR, was a focus in surgery and sedation. So the 80-20 rule, 80% of our practice is probably sedation or surgically related. And the 20% is the follow-up patients. We've been doing sedation for a really long time. Like I would say 98, 99, when Mike Silverman from Docs started promoting his program, he came to the residency program. I love the idea. Everyone was against it. So I've been doing the Docs protocol since 98 and it's working really well. I have a parenteral and an enteral sedation permit in New Jersey, and we offer whatever it is that the patients really need. I built this practice from scratch back in 2005, and over time, it's just something that just keeps growing and growing.
And so you have Brick, New Jersey and Hamilton, New Jersey area. I just want to say, so for the associate, would they work in both locations, one location mainly? Just curious.
Yeah, so that's why I think this opportunity is pretty awesome, is because I'm so busy now that, you know, when you have a sedation patient come in and they're really scared and nervous, like they want to be seen pretty quick. And it took them to get over that hump to make that initial phone call. So I want to try to see somebody within 2 weeks at the most. Yeah. And I'm booking into November for sedation appointments, and it's just too much. So what
I want to also share, I mean, I went to El Vez, my favorite restaurant last night. I always like to try to add value. Being too busy, whether you're Lana's endo office, the mobile dentistry, or this, it's not comfortable. No. It's not a good thing. Nope. The consumer thinks, oh, you're making so much money.
Great.
Really not. Yeah, it causes, we're all by nature, dentists, problem solvers for people. So I'm in my office just there Monday. If we get 4 emergencies, we want to help them that day. It's very hard not to. Yeah. So I just want to add awareness of why being too busy can be a serious, serious problem to your morale. It can have weird impact on your profit. You think it's good. It's not always good. So I on stress this, that's good. So how can people reach out to you if you're a general dentist who'd like to learn about sedation, be in the Mercer County area?
And it's not even necessarily sedation. It's really what I'm looking for is somebody to kind of just take over the practice and allow me to focus on the sedation.
Oh, nice. So they could just, that's great to know. So basically they could just, they'll be doing fundamental. Mordecai, use this comment that people use, but I think it's not true. People call it bread and butter dentistry. Yep. Who eats bread and butter anymore? Is it a special cheat day for me? Kale and quinoa dentistry. So kale and quinoa dentistry, fillings, crowns, basic work. So they don't have to have a sedation license or do surgery. It's basically someone to share the joy of full contact arts and crafts with.
And then learn it, because a lot of my surgery is the hybrid stuff, and it's all on 6. I don't do all on 4, but like an all on 6 or an overdenture case. And what I want to do ultimately is, and this is how Hamilton came about, was I was a specialist in another GP office in Hamilton, and then I saw this opportunity and opened it. So I want to do the surgical and the sedation and then transfer that patient for the restorative aspect to somebody else. So if you don't have that experience, that's okay. I'm more than happy to hold your hand and walk you through it. But basically it's doing the hygiene visits and meeting the patients that way, and anything that I can put into their schedule, I could probably give them a lot of dentistry pretty darn quick.
That's
but
great.
The thing is, you got to be here to meet the patients and get the cases. That's really what it boils down to.
So tell us, Kevin, I have here mosmen@gmail.com. What's the best way to reach out to you?
Yeah.
If you want to learn more about that.
It's either kmosmen@gmail.com or my practice, which is thedental.difference@gmail.com.
Oh, nice.
One of those two is fine.
And remember, everyone, you just text here, search by state. They're all listed.